guys, I've got some good news. I didn't want to speak too soon, yeah, in case someone went tits up, but now I feel like I can talk about it without any bad omens. So we finished the last shooting for Rich's Tale yesterday. We were meant to get in there last week into this prison, yeah, and then it all fucking things went wrong. I don't even want to get into it because it was a nightmare, but we managed to get in yesterday, executed, all looks good. I know it's a little bit later than planned. I know a lot of people are waiting on this one, but all I've got to do now is edit it together, mix it together. It looks tasty, man. It looks great. And then in the New Year's, I'm just coming strong with some new music, man. I'm proud of this one as well. This one's been a long time in the making, man. Like, I've got these two episodes of Rich's Tale and Vincent's Tale coming out back to back, pretty much. A couple of weeks in between those, and yeah, man, this is cool shit. It's cool shit, and I'm excited. So thanks for hanging on, being patient with me as always. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear it. Let's go. Also, this is just me being a fucking overgrown child, right? But I went over to Chris Webby's earlier this year, and we were working on this album that we're working on together. And he had this whole arcade downstairs, like he built his own arcade, and it inspired me. So I had to order an arcade machine for my studio, and that's got on here today. And it's one of the ones with the fucking zombie apocalypse shooters. So I figured I'd get the training in, because let's be real, the apocalypse seems like it's nigh. It's pretty overdue if you're keeping up with the ways of the world. So I figure if I get good at my zombie killing skills, by the time the outbreak happens and they actually come and things start getting a little bit hairy. Reflexes, mate. So I'm gonna get the training in. I'll let you guys know how it goes when it gets set up. I'll show you it as well. Looks tasty, nice.
All my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's the boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you.
And oh, my thoughts are turning blue. Tell me what's a boy to do. All my yesterdays are fading from the view. And every night I lay awake, waiting for the day to break, just to share another memory with you. Happy Christmas, or Eve, from me in the studio, working fucking relentlessly as always. I just wanted to say this. I haven't thought about what I'm going to say. I'm just going to hopefully open my mouth and word vomit, and it'll sound right. But I know that things can feel like particularly overwhelming at the moment, with the news, with the state of the world, with how discourse goes, how polarized and tribalized people have become in their retrospective political camps, and it gets a bit crazy, and I think that gets absorbed by the next generation of kids that come up as well. So it's really important that we find moments of balance and good, healthy communication, unity, things that we can unite over rather than disagree and separate over, right? Music is a really good one of those, but there are loads of other things. And I was thinking, yeah, like Christmas, whether you're religious or not, it's interesting that still every year we'll all take the time to we'll take the time to come together with loved ones, with family, with friends. Sometimes we spend it alone. I've had some shit Christmases. I've had some good Christmases. But presents and stuff in your face full of so much food that it hurts aside, which I will be doing tomorrow. It's centered around the symbolism of this story, right? And whether you believe in the story or not is kind of beside the point. The point is that story is one of the most well-known stories in the world and has stood the test of time. And the primary themes of the person in that story that we come together every single year, again, hate it or love it, to celebrate, preach unity, preach love, preach togetherness, preach the flaws in the human condition that make our lives more unbearable for each other. And those themes have survived, I think, because it speaks to something deeper in the human condition, about something that we all really crave, and yet we can forget that path that makes life just seem a lot more bearable. on a global scale, not even in our communities, but it's all it's a byproduct of our interactions, our micro interactions, which change the world, and the decisions that we make and the world that we're passing on to the next generation of people. They're all watching how we're interacting. So when we're acting like fucking idiots over politics and arguing over the news and all of that shit, we're really just shaping and paving a road that the next generation will have to walk on. So I think just being a little bit more intentional with the conversations, with the energy that we put out there and stuff, that's what creates a better world. So I think it's good to think about the symbolism of these things, and it's interesting to see that these things survive so long, because it's better than a world at war, isn't it? And it's down to us. We don't have to wait for a leader to do it. It's us. I don't mean that in like a dogmatic religious sense of having to follow some spiritual guidelines to make the world a beautiful utopia, because it's not what I mean. What I mean is just just trying to be a bit nicer to each other, really. You know what I mean? Like the world is it can feel a bit chaotic at times, particularly at the moment, for me at least. Anyway, maybe I'm just logged onto Twitter one too many times, but basically things are all right, and it's down to us, and it's down to our interactions, which make things even nicer, really. And it paves a much better world. When the world is chaotic and full of politicians screaming at each other and fucking setting bad examples, don't have to tune into that, and the media capitalising off fear and stuff like that. The world runs on ideas, it runs on the human word. Could change it like that, all of us. So might as well change it for the better. I mean, happy Christmas.